Good afternoon and welcome to our webinar. We appreciate you joining us for today's topic, discussing the value of securing a business continuity partner for all your print, mail, and digital communications. My name is Janine Kirk, and I am one of the account executives here at Doxim that manages our business partner channel and your co-presenter for today. I'm joined here today by Jerry McNulty, who is Vice President of Strategic Accounts here at Doxim, also working with our business partner channel, who will be presenting along with me. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you that all attendees will be in listen-only mode, so if you have any questions, please feel free to submit them via the Q&A panel on the bottom of your screen. And if time permits, Jerry and I will be happy to answer them. You will also receive an email link to the recording of this webinar in a couple of days, so please feel free to share with your colleagues who are not able to attend. For those of you who are not familiar with Doxim, Doxim was founded in the year 2000 as a digital-first company to help clients on their journey to digital transformation. Doxim has 9 locations spread out between Canada and the US, enjoying over 2,000 engaged clients and a little more than 500 employees. Doxim's technology is fully secure and certified and has won numerous awards. Doxim has a strong healthcare footprint and designed to close the communication loop between the patient, provider, and the payer. The Doxim team is dedicated to your success to ensure all your communication efforts are engaging, relevant, and timely. Our mission here at Doxim is we empower clients to leverage their data to have meaningful and engaging interactions with their customers. We also empower healthcare service providers to transform and modernize how they communicate with patients and healthcare entities, all while ensuring security and regulatory compliance within their industry. The topic of today's webinar brings attention to the importance of securing a business continuity partner, especially considering our current COVID situations, when timely and relevant communications are extremely necessary and important. In the wake of the COVID pandemic, business continuity planning and preparations, as well as patient communications, are more important than ever, as patients are craving information from their healthcare providers for ongoing information on how their healthcare providers' practices might be changing and how these changes might impact their health and care routines. Regular, ongoing personal and transactional communications to your entire patient population helps to counteract unnecessary angst and worry. So why is a business continuity partner necessary or even important? Well, having a reliable business continuity partner ensures that your essential functions and workflows continue during unexpected disruptions or events, and has your organization prepared for managing processes and procedures to mitigate risks of untimely and costly interruptions. Every organization needs to establish clear, proactive measures to mitigate potential disruptions of operations regardless of what they might be or look like, and be able to quickly shift their communication delivery executions as quickly and smoothly as possible. Establishing a true partnership with an organization that is flexible, competent, and scalable ensures your organizational needs and goals are safeguarded. Jerry's now going to discuss a few things to consider regarding your organization's preparedness when unexpected events arise.
Thank you. There are several things to consider and plan for when exploring a business continuity plan. Is your organization prepared for unexpected events that impact your production capabilities, like mechanical breakdowns, word load balancing, and for the first time ever, a pandemic? Events like these have several impacts, like your organization's cash flow, workload, and resources. There are also typically high demand periods for production at certain times of the month or year. Every organization struggles with staffing issues and in extreme circumstances when the facility cannot be opened. We all have experienced issues, but nothing like has occurred in the last few months. I'll let Janine address the COVID impacts for us.
Thank you. We all know that the COVID pandemic has and continues to thrust people and businesses around the globe into an extremely challenging time and climate. But stop and think about how your organization was prepared for this. And what steps have you taken and changes have you implemented to begin to arm yourself against facing these challenging events for the near and distant future? Entire industry segments have been forced to shift their operations to online, and some drastically minimizing or even having to suspend operations entirely. Lack of personnel and increase in demand for communications has caused mail and shipping delays, further increasing the challenge to adequately communicate. These delays are making headlines weekly, if not daily. Processes are changing, thus patients are requesting additional options to receive communications, whether it be transactional or disease management. In these challenging times, or when disruptive events occur, patient communications must not stop. Rather, they should increase. However, with that said, communications need to be more personalized and relevant to ease the fear and uncertainty so many are currently facing. Jerry will now discuss the importance of prior proper planning and being able to pivot effortlessly when unanticipated situations happen.
Yep, thank you. This takes us to the question, how well is your organization prepared to pivot? Now more than ever, it is so important to personalize communications with your patients. More and more people want to choose how they receive information from you. Is there a plan in case your print and mail operations were to shut down or experience an unforeseen issue? Can you communicate with everyone through ADA compliant delivery of your communications? Doxum can help you plan business continuity to avoid any revenue cycle disruptions, regulatory penalties, and unwanted frustration and grief. Now we will discuss how Doxum can help you to be prepared with a proven plan that is designed to safeguard your organization seamlessly. Here's how it can work for you. Doxum can accept 10 to 15% of a current application and process it on your schedule. For example, you have a job that produces 100,000 letters on a weekly basis. You can automate this so 15,000 letters are sent to Doxum at any of our 4 print facilities that house state-of-the-art equipment and tracking tools. Doxum can also assist in the composition for your applications and transition your communications to e-presentment if needed. Our infrastructure is verified by third-party auditors. Doxum is a leader in the industry for digital process with over 20 years of experience. Doxum would like to be your trusted partner, not only for today, but well into the future. This takes us to our question and answer segment, so I'll turn it back over to Janine to see if there are any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. So we'll give you a few moments to continue sending in your questions, and we will be happy to take the time needed to address them all. So Jerry, it looks like we have a few questions already in the queue and some still coming in. So we will go ahead and get started with the first question.
Sure.
What is the difference between what Doxum is offering as a business continuity partner versus a traditional disaster recovery vendor?
That's a good question. The Doxum process allows you to have a proven and tested process to assist in balancing your workload and a temporary solution to handle unforeseen circumstances like equipment issues, staffing, peak periods, and the like. A traditional DR provider typically charges a yearly or monthly subscription fee to be on standby, and the process is usually tested once a year at additional cost. Doxum only charges for the work that is completed.
Okay, and that segues nicely into the next question. Jerry, can you please go into more detail and explain what you mean by sending Doxum 10 to 15% of our current business and the fact there would not be a need for testing?
Sure. For example, if you have that weekly job that produces 100,000 letters a week, you could automatically set your system to send up 15,000 to Doxum to produce and mail. Doxum would mirror your current process. Therefore, there would be no need for testing. Thank you.
The third question is, what can I as an organization expect as a lift with regards to resources needed on our side in order to get this type of relationship started with Doxum?
Another great question. Doxum can accept most type of files, and very little is required of your already taxed IT resources. We begin with an implementation plan and schedule. We will walk you through the entire process from setup to implementation. Once implemented, you would not need to invest any additional time until you want to change the process that we have already have in place.
Okay, and then can you also address how long does it typically take and what is the process to implement a business continuity partner?
Yes, it typically takes for implementation 4 to 6 weeks. Once it's set up, you will be assigned a dedicated support team. The only thing that will be required to get started is a test file and any special business rules that are required. Our support team has the tools and experience of more than 10 years on average to make this seamless transition for you. Thanks.
Okay, and we've had a lot of really good questions. I think it's really important to share with the audience. Jerry, can you also shed some light on what our business continuity partners can expect from Doxum as it relates to implementation and the ongoing support each client can expect to receive?
Sure. Yeah, each client would receive a dedicated team assigned to them that will support you for any questions or concerns that you may have. They would also coordinate with you on any changes or new applications that you want to add to your plan. We use the dedicated team approach to ensure that we understand your business needs and exceed your expectations. You will work with the same team each time. Thanks.
Okay. And the next question, how competitive is your pricing and how is this model priced out?
The pricing that we would provide would be based upon the volume of your regular full production file. You will find that the rates that we offer are very competitive in today's market. Good question.
Okay, and it looks like this is the last question that we have right now. So please continue if you have any additional questions to start to keep submitting them, and we'll go as long as we need. So if my organization were to start by offloading 15% of our current digital and or print business, or a combination of both to Doxum, what is the process for adding additional volume to the mix in the future?
Sure. Additional volume can be added as needed for an application that's already set up in our system. Your support team would work with you to meet your needs. Janine, do we have any other questions?
It looks like we are, we've answered all of our questions, so wonderful. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this session, and we sincerely appreciate all of your attention and interaction. In closing, one main message we want to make sure we drive home is how easy and flexible it is to do business with Doxum. Doxum maintains a 96% customer retention rate, with our average client tenure being 10 years. This is partly due to the fact that we leverage our use of technology, our implementation processes, meaning leveraging our industry knowledge, methodologies, and skill to ensure all our clients and partners achieve their individual goals and outcomes. Again, thank you, Jerry, and thanks to everyone who joined us today. If you'd like to learn
Thank
more
you.
about what was discussed in today's session, or if you come up with additional questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to our marketing team at marketing@doxum.com. We will be most happy to help in any way we can. Thanks again, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.